Now let's create our sign up component, our sign up page, so users can register to our app. So we'll head to sign up in our pages folder, and we'll uncomment all of our components, and we'll remove our return. Replace that first with a div, and give it a class name of classes.root. So we'll just destructure classes from props. So first we'll have a paper component, and the class name for it will be classes.paper. Have an avatar. Within it will be a gavel icon. We'll give it the class name classes.avatar. Then underneath the avatar we'll have typography component. The variant will be h5 again and component h1. And the text for it will be sign up. And this will just form the basic structure of our form. We just have a gavel icon and our title, and our form, our sign up form, will be underneath. So we'll have a form, no action, class name, classes.form, then a form control. So here the margin of this will be normal. You can set it with the margin prop. Will be required. We need to fill out this particular input that we'll have within form control. And it'll be full width. It'll take up all of the available width. Then we'll have an input label. And we'll use an HTML4 to say it's for the name input. So we'll give it the text name. So then we'll have our input component, and the name for this will be name, type text, and then non-change handler set to this.handleChange. So we'll just create handle change right here. We won't put anything within it just yet. Then we'll copy this entire form control and then paste it in a couple more times underneath. The next input will be for email, so the label will be email, name, email, type, email, and the same on change. Then we'll have for password, label text password, name password, type password. Then underneath the last form control, a button with the text sign up. Type will be submit. Full width. Variant will be contained. Color, our primary color. Class name will be classes.submit. And we'll take a look at what we've got so far. So we've got the basic structure of our form. Now we want to put the form values that a user types in. We want to put it into state. So we'll create, first of all, in our state, a name entry set to an empty string, one for email and one for password. So for handle change, we'll be given the event from the onChange handler. We'll call this.setState. We'll update the state according to event.target.name, the name attributes that we set on each input. The value will come from event.target.value. So if we save, take a look at our form, and if we're able to open our React Dev Tools, we look for sign up. We try typing in each of these inputs, and we see they're filled with the appropriate values, with the values that we typed in. Now the next step will be to send off this form data to our backend, to our sign up route, in order to create a new user. So we'll add a handle submit in order to submit our form, it's going to accept an event, which we're going to get from the onSubmit handler from our form, which we're going to connect this to. It'll be connected to handle submit. We're going to call prevent default on the event that we get to prevent our page from reloading when we send off the data. We'll construct a user object, and this will be composed of all of the values that we have from state. It'll be name, email, and password. So just pass name, email, password to this kind of payload object. It'd be nice to call a function like signup_user, pass in the user data, and make that request to our API. So we can do that within our lib folder. If we go to our lib folder, we go to our auth file, we can add a request by creating and exporting a signup_user function, which is going to accept our user payload. And in order to make this request, we'll need Axios. So we'll bring in Axios. We can write this as an async function. So we'll say await Axios dot, not get, but post. We want to make a post request. If we look at our routes again, we'll see that we want to make the request to /API/auth/signup. We can just paste that in, pass in our user to the request we're making, and we'll get back a data property on the response, so we can destructure it, and we just want to return the data. And now, just for testing, we'll also console log it. So we'll save everything, and we'll make sure to, before we send this off, I'm going to put all of the properties and values of this user object that we created on one line. We want to import that signup_user function that we created from the lib folder from auth. So now we can use this and can try sending a new user to our API to see how it works. So our name here can be James, email, say james@gmail.com, and the password of James. We'll click on sign up, we'll look in our console, and we get returned to us the name of the user that we signed up with. So this may look not very impressive, but if we head to our database, we go to our users collection, should be able to see a new user with the name and email that we provided.